Good afternoon. Let's begin the press conference of the Central Electoral Commission on the 9th of June 2024 to discuss the results of yesterday's European elections. The electoral roll has under 2.4 million voters. They could vote in 1,895 polling stations. They could also vote in embassies and consular offices of the Republic of Lithuania. Around 15,000 people worked in electoral commissions, and there were 1,896 registered election observers. 15 lists of candidates participated in the election. One of them was being a coalition. In total, there were 319 candidates on the lists, and 11 members of the European Parliament were elected. More than 173,500 voters participated in early voting. In early voting, the highest voter turnout was in Ignalina district, Lazdijai district, Neringa Kupiškis district, Birštonas, Šalčininkai district. In total, just under 500,000 voters, which is 490,000 voters voted in Lithuania, which is 20.93% of voters. In total, more than 690,000 voters, or 28.94%, voted in the elections, including those who voted abroad. The turnout percentage may still change due to the fact that the embassies are waiting for the ballots until Friday. Yesterday, most people voted from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. with an hourly turnout of more than 2%, and the total turnout for these 3 hours was almost 6.8%. The highest voter turnout was in Šalčininkai district, Neringa, Birštonas, the city of Palanga, Širvintos district, Vilnius district. People could vote in any district they liked, and more than 74,000 voters used this opportunity. It was the 5th European Parliament election in Lithuania, and it was the first European election in which Lithuanian citizens born in the EU, born after Lithuania joined the EU, could vote. There were more than 66,000 such voters, and this is the second election that did not coincide with other elections. In 2009, the voter turnout reached almost 21%. Yesterday, this percentage of voter turnout was reached by 4 p.m. The election went smoothly. The final results will be announced on Sunday. Preliminary data releases began after the closing of the last polling stations across the European Union at midnight in Lithuania, and by that time we had the majority of the election results. Several embassies still need to report those results. More than 5% of voters participated in the distribution of votes, were received 9 out of 15 lists of candidates. The quota for the mandate is 51,987 votes, and based on this quota, there were 6 mandates distributed for 4 lists, 2 for each the Homeland Union Lithuanian Christian Democrats and the Lithuanian Social Democratic Party, 1 mandate for each the Lithuanian Farmers and Greens Union and the Freedom Party. The remaining 5 mandates were distributed on the basis of the remainder, 1 for each of the following parties: Homeland Union Lithuanian Christian Democrats, and 4 other lists: Union of Democrats for Lithuania, Electoral Action of Poles in Lithuania, Christian Families Union, People and Justice Union, and Liberals Movement. 1 more list, the Lithuanian Regions Party, received more than 5% of the votes, but it did not receive enough votes to get a mandate.
So in terms of the votes received, Homeland Union Lithuanian Christian Democrats received the majority of the votes, namely 20.92%, followed by Lithuanian Social Democratic Party with 17.64%, In third place, Lithuanian Farmers and Greens Union with 8.96%, followed by Freedom Party with 7.93%. The Union of Democrats for Lithuania received 5.84% of the votes. The Electoral Action Opponents in Lithuania Christian Families Alliance 5.67%. People and Justice Union 5.35%, and Liberals Movement 5.31%. Those that did not receive the mandate are as follows: Lithuanian Regions Party with 5.15%, Lithuanian Greens Party with 3.97%, National Alliance with 3.72%, Peace Coalition with 3.44%, Labour Party with 1.63%, Union of Christians 1.35%, and Party Freedom and Justice 1.22%. And perhaps the most interesting thing is to know who did we actually elect to the European Parliament. So we elected 5 incumbent MEPs, 2 incumbent European commissioners, 2 members of the Seimas, 2 women, and 2 people named Peter. As a result of their first preference votes, Petras Auštrevičius and Vytenis Povilas Udrikaitis moved up in the post-election lists and were elected to the European Parliament. The remainder of the MEPs elected this year are as follows: Vilija Blinkevičiūtė, representing Lithuanian Social Democratic Party; Petras Gražulis, representing People and Justice Union; Rasa Juknevičienė, Homeland Union Lithuanian Christian Democrats; Andrius Kubilius, Homeland Union Lithuanian Christian Democrats; Paulius Saudargas, Homeland Union Lithuanian Christian Democrats; Virginijus Sinkevičius, Union of Democrats for Lithuania; Valdemar Tomaszewski, Electoral Action Opponents in Lithuania Christian Families Alliance; Aurelijus Veryga, Lithuanian Farmers and Greens Union; Dainius Žalimas, Freedom Party. Petras Auštrevičius and Vytenis Povilas Udrikaitis moved up in the post-election list and were elected to the European Parliament. All of the elected MEPs will receive the certificates of an MEP on the 21st of June. For Vilija Blinkevičiūtė and Valdemar Tomaszewski, they have both been elected for their 4th term in office. Petras Auštrevičius 3rd, Rasa Juknevičienė and Andrius Kubilius for their 2nd term in office. In 2006, we had 6 women out of 13 elected in the European Parliament. In 2009, this figure stood for 3 out of 12, in 2014, 1 out of 11, and in 2019, 3 out of 11. I would like to take the opportunity and thank all the institutions that have kindly helped us throughout the electoral process, including the presidential elections. The police had reinforced security, patrolled and responded promptly to calls and clarified situations. We also cooperated closely with other institutions. All commissions received training with the National Cybersecurity Center, and monitoring was carried out with no electoral irregularities recorded. Other institutions have also been involved, including the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, assisting with the voting abroad process, the Information Society Development Committee, the National Crisis Management Center, the State Tax Inspectorate, the Lithuanian Forensic Science Center, the various organizations of people with disabilities, which checked the accessibility of the premises and information, and the Lithuanian Riflemen's Union, which monitored the information space. I guess that would be it on my part, unless there would be any questions. Yes, please. BNS News Center regarding irregular political campaigning. It has been reported that there have been 20 complaints, but you haven't started any investigation. So I wonder, have you started any investigation into that? Yes, the majority of them were related to external advertising. Some of those reports were valid. Some of those complaints were related to canvassing during the valid period of time, and some of them were regarding the prohibited canvassing. Well, we will look into all of them. Perhaps we just were taken by surprise by some of those cases of canvassing during the period of time when it was prohibited to do that. But we will look into that. If there are no more questions, I would like to express my gratitude to the commissions that have employed about 15,000 people. So we're grateful to their time and their devotion, to their patience, strength, and their diligence. I hope that we will see most of you very soon, which is this autumn. In the meantime, we hope you will be able to recover, get some rest. Certainly, we are grateful to the media for contributing to the sharing of information, as well as to those who contributed to organizing debates. This year, we had some very heated and interesting debates. And certainly, our gratitude goes to everyone who took part in the election. Get some rest. We're looking forward to seeing you this October in the upcoming election. I would just like to take the time and remind you that you can vote in advance all over Lithuania, but only in your constituency on election Sunday. And once again, we would like to thank to the police officers who have come to our aid at every election, to all the authorities and to the interpreters at the Lithuanian Sign Language Translation Center who helped us in informing more and more voters. We're also grateful to our interpreters and to everyone who have been watching this press conference. Thank you.